The last 5 years for our family without Mum has been an absolute horrendous ordeal.
It's important for us to find out what happened to Mum so that it can help us with closure, all of us with closure.
Stay safe.
Greg Jenkins has made dozens of trips to Malaysia in the search for his mum. Now it's hoped an inquest will finally provide answers into 65-year-old Anna's mysterious disappearance.
The best way to describe Mum was she was a beautiful soul. Every angle of this case just makes me more and more frustrated and drives us more and more to try and right the wrongs of what should have occurred early on in the piece.
Malaysian-born Anna vanished in 2017 while visiting her ailing mother in Penang. Her Australian husband of 40 years, Frank, was with her on the trip. These are the last known images of Anna taken by security cameras outside her hotel the day she went missing. After leaving the hotel, Anna is confirmed to have visited a local dentist before taking an Uber ride to her mother's aged care home. But she never arrived.
So this is the last place where apparently Mum was last seen alive by the Uber driver.
The Uber driver told authorities Anna asked him to stop on a busy street midway to her destination. Not long after she was dropped off, husband Frank Jenkins received a bizarre phone call.
He said that he received a phone call at 5:22 p.m. To say that Mum was being followed and two people who she believed to be of Ukrainian descent was trying to get her passport.
Despite their father's dementia, they were so concerned about his account of the phone call, they contacted police. What happened next stunned them.
He stated that Mum had the right to disappear and had the right not to be found. They stated that Mum wasn't of status to be kidnapped and she wasn't wealthy or well off. Trying to spread the word as much as possible, checking things like sewer drains.
For the next 3 years, Greg conducted his own private search.
We were trying to find a needle in a haystack and didn't know where the haystack was.
Greg plastered flyers across Malaysia which included his number. Back in Australia one night in 2020, his phone beeped.
I get a text message through WhatsApp asking, am I a brother or family member of Anna Jenkins? And that's the needle in the haystack that we were looking for.
The anonymous tipster sent photos of Anna's possessions, which he revealed had been found by workers at a Penang construction site. The location was about 800 metres from where the Uber driver claimed she was dropped off.
When I visited the construction site for the first time, it was less than 2 minutes when I found Mum's shoe. I found appointment cards for both a massage and a dental appointment card. I found Malaysian and Australian coins. I sat there and I said a quick little prayer. I then found parts of Mum's spine.
Police launched a forensic examination of the site.
We ended up finding 18 bones, all up.
The love of a son went so far to the point where he was able to at least discover his mother's remains. It would never have happened hadn't Greg been so committed and determined to find out what happened. He's not a police officer, but what he did was show up the Malaysian police.
DNA testing confirmed the remains were Anna's. Greg doesn't believe his mum would have wandered into the jungle or that her death could have been an accident.
We know in our hearts robbery murder. without a shadow of a doubt, in my mind, and I know my sister thinks exactly the same.
Greg's pain has now been compounded by another twist in the case.
It's been one surprise after another, hasn't it?
At the inquest, police aired their theory that Anna was involved in the drug trade and vanished because she was on the run from Australian authorities.
This line of inquiry was based on an item of clothing that had been found in Mrs. Jenkins' suitcase. It was a T-shirt that she had bought from a nearby mall with the words "Escape" emblazoned on the front.
I think we're going to go that same route to the Ramakrishna that Mum took.
The coroner has retraced Anna's final movements as part of her inquiry.
But again, we can't get in there.
No, but symbolically.
Yeah.
South Australian crossbench MP Frank Pangello has been at the inquest to support the Jenkins family.
There really wasn't a proper police investigation into this matter, and had it not been for South Australian Police writing a statement to the coroner's court indicating that Mrs. Jenkins had no criminal history whatsoever, nothing on her record, it made a lie of the evidence that had been presented.
If it wasn't heartbreaking, it'd be comical.
730 sent a series of questions to Royal Malaysia Police but was told no comment could be made due to the inquest. Human rights activists say Anna Jenkins' disappearance isn't the first time police have come under scrutiny over their handling of a missing persons case.
I think the police have a very lackadaisical attitude. I think they're very sloppy and tardy in the way they go about doing investigations.
We're trying to change the attitudes of the police that, you know, if a missing person, no matter who it is, whether you think it's someone of status or not, they deserve the right to try and be found.
Greg, you look tired. How are you going? Are you going to get a chance to slow down tonight?
Yeah, plugging along, a bit tired. So we've got a meeting tomorrow, and that'll be about the case.
The inquest will resume in October. The Foreign Affairs Department is assisting the Jenkins family, but the ordeal is taking an immense toll.
How are you, Frankie?
Pretty good, mate, pretty good.
Not only on Greg and his sister, but on their father, whose dementia has worsened.
See, Greg?
Love you.
Love you. It really feels like over the last 5 years we have lost both of our parents.
Obviously, Mum doesn't have a voice, and with Dad's dementia, he doesn't have a voice. We're always optimistic that we'll find some type of justice for Mum. We have to be. It's the only way we can keep moving forward.